Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and this channel is about healthy hair, healthy skin and a healthy lifestyle. In this video I'm going to give an overview of the hair cycle and hair growth, but before we get into the video I would really appreciate your support, so please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, comment and share the video with your friends and family. I also want to thank those who have already subscribed. You guys are amazing and I really appreciate you. So why would it be helpful to know about the hair cycle? Well, if you know the hair cycle, you'll have a better understanding of the science of hair. You'll therefore have a better understanding how specific products work to promote hair growth and how other products or practices can slow down or even stop hair growth. You'll be in a better position to manipulate the cycle and achieve healthier, thicker, fuller hair. As we all know, knowledge is power. So the structure of the hair is made up of two parts. There is the hair follicle and the hair shaft. The hair follicle is that part which we can't see because it is under the skin surface. It anchors the hair into the scalp and it is made up of the papilla and the bulb. The papilla is a collection of blood vessels and therefore it supplies blood and therefore nutrients which are found in the blood or toxins to the hair follicles. And this is why when we talk about how important it is to have a well-balanced diet so that you have all the vitamins, minerals going to the hair follicles, is because they are carried in the blood into the blood system and they are going to be taken to the papilla and they will nourish the hair follicles. The bulb is that small little ball which you see on one end of the hair when the hair has been shed, and that is how you can tell the difference between broken hair and shed hair. On average, there are about 100,000 hair follicles on the scalp. Some people will have more and others will have less. Some of those follicles may not be working, and therefore you can do everything in your power to make sure that each and every hair follicle is working normally and is growing hair, and that's how you can then achieve thicker, fuller hair. The hair shaft, on the other hand, is the part that which we can see because it is the part that grows out from the hair follicles and is above the skin surface. The hair shaft is made up of keratin and the hair cuticle. The keratin is a very hard protein which in humans is also found in nails. The cuticle is that outer protective layer and it is made up of the particles which look like scales, and if the scales are tightly together, tightly closed, that person is known to have what's called low porosity hair because it means moisture or other nutrients etc. will find it difficult to go into the hair shaft. People whose cuticles are not so tightly stacked up together will find it easier for moisture to go in but also for moisture to come out, and those people are known to have what's called high porosity hair. The cuticle can be manipulated because if you apply indirect heat, so this is like if you're wearing a shower cap and you're generating steam or you're steaming your hair, the cuticles will open and allow moisture or the nutrients that you have in your product to enter the hair shaft. The hair cycle is made up of two stages. There is the growth stage and the shedding stage. The growth stage itself has three phases. There is the anagen phase, which is when hair is actively growing, and there is the catagen phase, which is the transitioning period. So this is when the hair has stopped growing actively and is now getting ready to go into the resting phase, which is called the telogen phase. The telogen phase, it is that time when the hair is resting, it's not growing, but it is getting ready to end the cycle through what's called shedding. And therefore, after the telogen phase, the hair will come out of the hair follicle, which is called shedding, and the cycle begins again in that hair follicle. The anagen phase lasts about 2 to 6 years. Hair growth rate, which is how fast hair grows, is different for different people. On average, hair grows about half an inch or a centimeter per month. For some, it may be faster, whilst for others, it may be slower. Hair growth rate is mostly genetically determined, but it can be affected by other factors such as diet, general health and well-being, as well as topical and ingested products. There are many substances which have been shown to stimulate hair growth and also to slow down or delay hair growth, and therefore those which stimulate hair growth can increase the hair growth rate. If you use these substances continuously or consistently during the anagen phase of the hair cycle, you could potentially see your hair growing a bit faster than usual. You shouldn't be discouraged, however, if your hair doesn't grow as fast as your friend or your neighbor. What you should focus on instead is to grow healthy hair and take care of the hair that you already have and retain the length. If you do that, over time, you will notice that your hair will get longer, and if that is your goal, you can achieve your goal. So there are many factors which can affect hair growth. Genetics is an important part, but it's not just genetics. Somebody could have, the good genes, if we want to say, for hair growth, but if they don't look after the hair, or they become unwell with things like stress or physical conditions, then no matter what they do, their hair will not be as healthy. So genetics, age, diet and hydration, hormones, health, physical and psychological health, like anxiety, stress, etc., medicines, toxins, hair care products, tools and techniques, specialized tools and techniques such as laser hair removal, etc., and lots more. So all these things have the potential to affect the hair growth. So how can you encourage hair growth? It is possible to encourage or promote hair growth, and the most important thing is to eat a healthy, balanced diet and also increase the vitamin and protein intake. When I say increase the vitamin and protein intake, I don't mean that you have to take supplements. Supplements are optional and are not required. You can have a healthy diet, and I did a video not too long ago in which I talked about the natural sources of biotin, which is a vitamin that helps with hair growth or healthy hair growth, and I'll link that to the screen and also in the description box so you can watch that. I will be talking about other vitamins as well, so again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that red subscribe button. It's important to stay well hydrated, because if you're dehydrated, that's going to affect the blood supply, it's going to affect the hair follicles, and your hair follicles are not going to be healthy. Having a healthy lifestyle, so this is like we're talking about things like avoiding too much alcohol, smoking, recreational drugs, and also increasing your exercise, because that just keeps you healthy. It helps with improving the health of your skin, improving the health of your mind, your body, and everything. And all those factors will have an impact on your hair growth. You need to maintain a healthy, clean scalp. This step is so important, and I know some people have this belief that if their scalp is dirty, then the hair is going to grow, but that is not the case. The only thing that's happening in that situation is that you're not manipulating your hair as much, but you can still keep your hair clean, your scalp clean, and use very little or no manipulation at all. So make sure you have a good regimen that keeps your hair and your scalp clean and healthy. There are products which you can use topically, so these are products which you apply to the skin, which you ingest, so you take orally, or which can be injected, which have been scientifically proven to encourage or promote hair growth. Now, I know some people may believe that if you apply anything to your hair or to your scalp, it is not going to have an impact at all because, it's going to be on the skin surface. But that is not entirely true. And that's because if you just think about it, there are products, even medicines, which can be applied to the skin and are absorbed through the skin, and they have an impact on your system. So imagine people who are trying to quit smoking and they use nicotine patches, or people with pain who don't want to take painkillers orally and they apply patches to the skin, or use pain relieving gels. You apply to the skin, they are absorbed, they go into the blood system, and then they have an impact on the body. So there are products which can be applied to the scalp and they can be absorbed into the scalp, into the hair follicles, and they have an impact on hair growth. So some will promote hair growth, but equally there can be toxins which you can apply to your scalp and they can actually prevent hair growth. You need to avoid products and techniques which have been proven to stop or slow hair growth. So as I explained, there are substances which you can apply to the skin which can maximize hair growth during the anagen phase. Warming and stimulating oils that boost circulation and the delivery of nutrients to the hair follicles are fantastic. Products which block DHT also maximize hair growth. DHT is dihydrotestosterone, and this hormone is what is responsible for male pattern balding, because what it does, this hormone will go and attach itself to the hair follicles, and it will make the hair follicles shrink and eventually close up. And once that happens, the hair follicles is not going to be able to produce hair. So if you use products that can go and block that hormone, it's going to block the effect of that hormone on the hair follicle. Examples are coffee oil, black or green tea, stinging nettle, saw palmetto, etc. Products with high amounts of vitamins and minerals have also been found to be beneficial for hair growth. And here we're talking about herbs, carrier oils, and MSM. MSM is methyl sulfonyl methane. So in this table, you can see there are lots and lots of substances which you can apply topically to maximize hair growth. And the reason I wanted to give you these examples, and please note this is not an exhaustive list, these are just the common examples. There are lots more, and you can do your own research and find out more about these. But why I wanted to show you these things is that, one, there are lots of things which you can use, and it's going to be impossible for you to use everything. So somebody may say, oh, why don't you try cinnamon oil? And someone says, oh, no, you need to use peppermint oil. And someone else will say, no, that doesn't work. You need to use ginger oil or almond oil or olive oil. The truth is, a lot of products can help or stimulate hair growth. If you can't find peppermint oil, but you've got cinnamon oil, then you can use cinnamon oil. You can use any sort of combination of these in your hair care regimen. And then there are other things which have been shown which are not necessarily oils or herbs, things like scalp massages, topical caffeine, onion juice that's got a lot of sulfur in it, Viviscal, which is a natural supplement with lots of minerals and vitamins, and also MSM. So knowing all these things can help you when you decide what products you're going to add to your regimen. You can actually add these things to your shampoo. You can use them as pre-poos. You can add them to your conditioners. You can create your own growth oils using any combination. What's important is for you to know what agrees with you. So you need to make sure you're not allergic to them, and also that your hair likes them. So for example, a lot of people use coconut oil and it's fantastic for their hair, but there are some people that it doesn't agree with. So there's no point in you using coconut oil when it's not going to agree with your hair. So hair growth, in summary, what we now know about hair growth is that hair growth is naturally a continuous process, and normally hair is always growing, so it's growing all the time. However, if your hair follicles are permanently damaged, this will result in permanent hair loss in those areas, and those hair follicles are no longer going to produce hair. Hair follicles might be dormant, and this is when they're just sleeping, or they might be in shock, for example, if they're inflamed. There are things or products which you can use which can reverse this and stimulate those hair follicles to work again. A good example is fenugreek and also caffeine. What we also understand now is that there are many factors which affect the hair growth cycle. So it's not just genetics. So many other things can have an impact on your hair growth. And even if you believe that your genes didn't give you that thick hair, dense hair that you may have wanted, you can still maximize your chances of getting thicker, healthier, fuller hair. Each part of the hair growth cycle can be extended or shortened. And there are products which can prolong the anagen phase, things like coffee oil. A healthy diet is important. A healthy lifestyle. A healthy diet, a healthy lifestyle, and using quality hair care products can all help with hair growth. You need to be consistent, mindful, intentional, and you need to trust the process. With all these things in place and you having that mindset that you want to grow your hair healthily, you will have success. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful or useful, and also comment and let me know what you think, what you know, share information, because as I said, this was just a very brief overview, so there may be things that you know about which other people may benefit from. So please go ahead and comment. Also, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the red subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel before, all you need to do is sign up for a Google Mail or Gmail email address so that you can log into YouTube and then subscribe. Click the little bell icon so that you receive a notification whenever I have a new video on the channel. Until next time, my lovelies, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.